Hey there, this is Derek from Pacific Coast Auto here in Japan. We're looking at an R32 Nissan Skyline. This one here, ultra rare, has the front auto spoiler. That one there is the electronic spoiler that comes down when you start to go faster, or you can put it down when you want to have the cool style. This one also has the turbocharged RB20 DET engine and is the 4-door model, which oddly these days seems to be the one that people want more than the 2-door. Or maybe it's just that the people who email us, they say, I want the 4-door because they want the 4-door specifically, whereas other people are just like, I want a Skyline. But nonetheless, the 4-door seems to be kind of a popular model. Easier to put your friends in the back, I guess, which is a good thing. And otherwise just a rear-wheel drive 200 horsepower car with spoiler on the front. And spoiler alert, I'm going to move it up and down for the camera. Extra cool. A lot of them break or just get removed because the front of the car gets bottomed out or something. Okay, so the engine, these tend to be pretty reliable engines. This one has 110,000 kilometers. This car was bought from auction for export to the USA. And then this one's running a little bit rough. It's kind of extra vibraty. And then I've taken it for a drive. It drives fine, it revs fine, it boosts fine, but it's vibraty. I don't know if that's a word. I know for a fact that's not a word, but I'm saying it anyway. Coolant and oil are both fine, so I'm going to close the engine hood here. Oh, no aluminum hood on this one. Oh, we need GTRs for that. Okay. A quick look at the car. And then over to the auction inspection sheet. Okay, so I'll translate this for you. This is the information from the auction house here in Japan. This is the direct information from them, including the seller's notes and the auction inspector's notes and the diagram of the body damages. So it's an R grade because it's been in an accident. It's a low accident because the core support and the left front inner panel have been dented. Nothing was required to be replaced. However, the body was repainted pretty much everywhere. On the hood, on both sides, on the back. Not on the roof. And no, don't hit me! This is a big truck. I do not like that. And the repaint, the W3 is generally pretty bad, and because the car is really dirty right now, as you can see, it's hard for me to tell the exact paint wave damage. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't look that bad. Usually W3 is something I want to stay away from. I'd say about 80% of the time it's something that requires to be repainted because to me I just won't have it. But it's not as bad as it often is, and so this one might be one of the 20%. Otherwise we got a big damage over here, a small dent over here. And I'll translate this for you in a sec. I'm just going to show you that big damage. It's an AU3, which is a large scratch, large dent, the largest of all. You can see the primer underneath, including here and here. Okay. Urawa Red Diamonds, Saitama. Okay, so interior wear and dirty, seat saggy, core support, I already went over that one. Various wheel scratches, various scratches and dents, and then the damage to the body. So let's do the once around here. And I'm not really entirely sure what the vibrations of the engine could be coming from. Usually I've got kind of an idea of where you might want to take a look, but I don't really know when it comes to the vibrations. Maybe it's an engine mount? Maybe? I don't know. Probably wrong about that. Congratulations to us too. We've broken our sales records for the month this month, hence why these videos are a little bit late right now. We've had one heck of a month, probably our most difficult so far, and that's saying a lot because, you know, it's not an easy company. It's not as easy as it may sound. Okay, so there is the full once around. As you can see, the body's pretty clean in terms of scratches and dents, all except for that one corner in the back and the auto front spoiler. Oh, everybody loves that. There are a few other cars that come with those. I think that the GTO maybe does, and the Toyota Supra has one. Oddly, that spoiler is only available on the non-GTR versions of the Skyline. I guess the original GTR already has a pretty big front lip spoiler, no need for an electronic one. So 4-door has different tail lights on it. They still light up in the circles, Skyline style. Stock exhaust on this one. Sounds pretty nice. And 4-door gets a taller spoiler than the 2-door, which is strange because they both have a very similar back end here, and the 4-door one can go on the 2-door one, and vice versa. So it's weird that they decided to spend the money to do 2 separate molds. Inside is 85% the size of a BMW 3 Series of the E36 generation. You get less legroom in here, but not considerably less. Is more than your average Japanese car, I suppose. And better to have these doors than to not have the doors. Styling is a little bit different. I think the roof is a bit higher. 4 power windows all work, as do the folding power mirrors. There's like a sticker on this mirror. It's like an anti-glare style sticker, but you can notice it a little bit. Steering wheel is the original, so is shift knob, the e-brake boot. We have some scratches on the top there. And then the seats. This is a late model seat. They're good seats, but they're not great, and especially because like the GTR seats are pretty great. For me at least. I've heard some people say that they're too narrow, but for me they are the appropriate size. And I don't like difficult seats to get into and out of. I'm kind of picky that way. So these ones are good. The fabric that they're made out of is kind of like a tougher material, and to me just doesn't feel super great, but to each their own. 110, 746 kilometers on here, and the Skylines feel so good to drive. I just love these. Having just driven this one, it's fresh on my mind. Dashboard, very strange. No deformations in it here or here. We do have a broken vent here. Not this one, this one. If you move this, it only moves 3 of the 6 fins, and then this one's super busted. And those tend to get broken pretty quickly on these cars. Odd that it's a, oh, hold on a second. This one could be an early model. Maybe I got that wrong. Are these the early model seats? Or are they the late model seats? I think early model. Zenki, Koki. I'm just going to stop talking about that. But it is early model surround here, which is black. In the late model, they got gray with a texture on it. AC doesn't work. Auction sheet didn't say so. That happens from time to time. Scratches on the free box here. Fuzzy stuff in there. Cigarette lighter has been used, but doesn't smell like cigarettes inside. And then excess wiring. Ooh, they were tucked in the ashtray when we got the car, but the ashtray couldn't close. It was like that. And to me, that looks even worse than just having them dangle. I just get rid of them. Turbo timer in there. A crack on that piece there, plus some wear at the clutch pedal area. And the blue face gauges are pretty nice, I think. Okay, so that is going to be the end of the review here for the Skyline with tape modification. Hope you enjoyed it. Nice drifting Impreza. Can't wait until we're not so busy. I can start doing that. I actually have 2 of the videos mostly done by the sounds of it. Anyways, there we have it. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.